Hi, and welcome to my video. Let's check on my wallet. So last week I did not film a video. I was away on a mini vacation. It was for 4 days. I took off work Friday and Monday, and we were gone for 4 days. So I did not do a cash stuffing. Um, I budgeted mostly the basics, like I made sure that whatever pay I got, I put part of that money like I normally would into the bank for bills. I had enough, I took out enough, my like usual, I think it was like 200 last week for groceries, and I put that in the bank. And when we were coming back, I made sure that I ordered Amazon Fresh to be delivered. So we didn't have to go grocery shopping. We were tired. We went to Salem, Massachusetts. It was really, really cool. And everyone had a good time. Everyone had a blast. And we're still thinking about it. Um, it was really, really cool, really fun, and never been. And it's really awesome. We loved every part of it. Visited new places, and there's a lot of history there, but also lots of cool, awesome shops with like crystals, jewelry, books. I mean, it's like little fairy town, fairy tale. Lots of fun for kids too. There's a place where you go into a shop, but there is a wizard there, and you go on an adventure. It's just really cool. Highly recommend. Um, so I didn't do my usual cash stuffing. Whatever money I did not um, account for the bills and the food and whatever, I just took with me as spending money because the food, the souvenirs, all of that. Yeah. But everyone had a good time. It was a celebration trip for my husband's birthday and a mini vacation as a whole. So it was really cool. Yeah. So back this week. I have a couple of days off work due to the holidays. So I am actually filming this on Friday. Today's Friday. So I think I might just post it today just so I get that done. Okay, so this week we are cash stuffing $622, which is like the usual now. Um, I don't have any larger bills this week. I'm back to my little stacks of singles and fives and all that good stuff. In any case, groceries, I spent everything. I had some money left over from my Amazon Fresh order, and I ended up spending that yesterday partially. I also used the family fun money. We went to the movies. We saw Super Mario Galaxy. It was really cool movie. Definitely recommend. Um, but yeah, so that's what the extra money went. Laundry, I have $1 left over. We made sure to do our laundry before we left for our trip, so we have clean clothes when we come back. We just dropped off yesterday a giant bag laundry from like the vacation from this past week. So it's actually ready today, which is why I have this little ticket. It's gonna cost me $43. My orange fur baby busted through the door because he's a sweet boy. And side note, spring has sprung and all the birds are nesting around us. We have mourning doves building nests under ACs. There's an occasional pigeon, and my little orange boy is going nuts. He is crazy. Like all his instincts are activated, and he's like at every window and just a little Paw Patrol. Um, yeah, so that's that. Spending. I don't even know when was the last time I had anything in here. So it's empty. Here I still have 107. So I have 105, 6, 7. I did not spend anything from here. I did reload once. Was it once? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, while we were on vacation, so I only have 10 here. Um, the Starbucks was right across the street from the hotel. And let me say something about that Starbucks. It was always empty. I mean, I've never seen a Starbucks that empty that long. It's so unusual to me. Um, we live in a very high traffic area. I mean, you know, crazy, crazy. So it was kind of interesting to see at town, even though Salem is pretty, populated and, you know, not like a little town, right? But it was just crazy to see that. Also, the price, it was like so much less than what we normally would pay here. Like they had kept the prices um, of their drinks, same exact drinks, just depending on which neighborhood you're in. So I kind of knew that. I was just curious to see how much it would be there. I thought it would be more. No, it was less. I mean, like if you get a normal size like latte, it was like five and change. The biggest one, the venti one, not venti, is it venti? Yeah, the venti one was like $6, like six change something. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, and yeah, I tried that once just because we were in our room for like 3 days, and I think we ran out of those cups to make the coffee. We had the coffee machine, but I was just using it for water. I brought my own instant coffee, but it was a time I ran out of those cups, and I really wanted my coffee. But it worked out. It was great. Yeah, so that's it for my wallet. I had, speaking of like another side note, if you're traveling, like how do you budget? Yes, you budget for travel, like putting money aside for the expenses and whatnot, which by the way is another thing, another topic to speak of, but maybe another time. Um, how do you travel with this? This is a huge binder. I mean, it's big. It's a wallet, yes. Normally, I take this and I use it as a wallet. But when you're traveling and you're walking around like we did, and we were stopping by, buying gifts, we had bags, how do you travel with this thing? And how do you like efficiently, pay for things? You absolutely could. You could break this out and just do that. And, but as like a visitor, I had a tiny, I don't think I can grab it, it's too far away, but like I had a tiny little zipper pouch. I just put whatever I needed, my cards, cash. I even had a chunk of change in there. I just put that in a little zippy kind of thing that I use as a wallet. It fit in my bag. I took a tiny bag that had like the necessities, and I brought this with me. I packed it in my bag and I had it in my room. So the envelopes that I thought I would need, like family fund, just in case. There were some other ones just in case, like if I run out of money, um, like cash, I could pull from a different envelope. So instead of just pulling out these envelopes and traveling with them, which you also could, I took the whole binder and I had it in my bag. So I ended up not using it, but I was glad that I took it with me just in case, just to move cash around and stuff. So just this side note there, if you're if you want to do that. Anyway, for groceries, we are putting in $220 this week. It's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 220. So 220, I do not plan on spending everything. I made a list. The kids are off school this whole week, so extra food is necessary. But I checked my freezer, checked the pantry. We have a ton of stuff, a ton of ingredients that need to be cooked. So kind of mapped out, a couple of dinners. Lunches will be simple. Uh, Leftovers are fine. And just go from there. And I calculated that I would probably not need to use all of this money. which is a good thing. I want to hold on to it. This is kind of like a reset after vacation, so to speak. Yeah, we do have Easter coming up on Sunday. Um, Lots of purchases were made to facilitate that event. We have an apartment egg hunt here, um, so it's very exciting. So lots of stuff coming in the mail today and tomorrow. Okay, laundry is getting 50. So I did that in actually 220s, and I did that in a 5 and then 5 singles. So now laundry has 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 51, 51, and I need to pay $42.50, so like $43. So that's perfect. Spending is actually getting 25. That's all it has. I need to change this envelope, but I kind of like this sliding thing here. Transportation is getting 6. So now we have 100, 105, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 113 in here, which is great. Coffee is getting a 10. And there we go. All right. So that's it for my wallet. Like it really, again, like as far as traveling, it depends on what kind of bag you take. If you're taking a bigger bag, like a shoulder bag or a backpack, you could probably take this with you, but it's kind of heavy too. I had a tiny little crossbody bag, like really tiny, and I just wanted to travel light because I knew we would be carrying stuff, so didn't want to worry about leaving my bag anywhere. So that's why I switched to my little zippy. Okay, so everything else. So the past like month, I would say the month of March, I haven't been really stuffing all of my envelopes. I was prioritizing others. So now I feel like I am back. I'm putting in a little bit here and there. So emergencies, getting a 10. So I have 500 in the bank. And I have 650, 665, $665. Yep. Health is going to be getting a 5. So I have 50, 60, 65, 70. So these two, I really want to focus on these two. And I didn't do that this week, but I'll focus on that another 10. Finley's envelope is getting a 10. So now she has 10, 20, 1, 2, 22. Okay. School stuff is going to be getting a 5. So now we have 10, 15, 16, 17, $18. They had a bake sale. They had a little school class party, so we bought snacks. Need to add more to that. Household is getting a 5. So now we have 5, 10, 15. Really want to build this one back up too. Debt is getting a 5. Yeah. So now we have 100, 2, 3, 350, 360, 365, $370 in here. Family fun is empty. Went to the movies. That's where that went. It is getting a 10. Also, when you're traveling and budgeting for travel, the accommodations, like the hotels, wherever you're staying, the gas, the rental, that kind of stuff, those are like the basics. But then you are left with food, which you will be going out for like almost every meal, with the exception of an awesome continental breakfast. Love that. Anyway, you will be going out and you will be eating out, so you need to approximate how much per trip to the restaurant you will be spending, how much approximately you would spend for your family. Like us three wanted to try new foods and all that. you know, we spent a decent amount like we usually do. But um, what I was saying is that you need to make sure that you budget for that as well. Because even though I knew that part, I know, but also like the souvenirs, it is a souvenir. It will be more than as if you were, you know, just buying it off Amazon or whatever. It will be more. So accommodate for that. Also, the biggest one that I didn't really think of, um, attractions. A visit like the historical museums, the historical places, they charge you the entrance fees, like to go see something, whatever. um, you have to remember to do that. You can look up online, see exactly how much it is before, and just like go from there, or you can approximate. A lot of those things were like around 20 to 30. I would say roughly 20, but you want to overestimate just a little bit, just in case. So let's say 20 to 30 per adult and a little less for a kid. So anytime you visit those places, that's what you got to spend. So keep that in mind when you're budgeting for travel. I'm sure people know this. Okay, so family fun had 10. Tibby long term pet care is getting a 10. So now we have 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 620, 630, 640. 640. Hunter, our sweet, sweet first son, is getting a 10. So now we have 100, 200, 250, 260, 265, $270. Now, as far as our fur baby, we have an automatic feeder. We had plenty of water set out for him for the time that we were away. We planned it out. We knew when we would be getting back. He was all set. I we had like we could call our family. They can stop by in case we needed to, but we really didn't. He was fine. We set up a camera so we can talk to him and watch him. And he has been Velcro Kitty ever since we came back. He was not happy. I would say the first 2 days he did well. We could watch him on cameras. We called him, he came to us, and you know, it was fun to see him sleep. I mean, it was good. By the third day, he knocked the camera down. He said he had enough. And when we got back, he was crying at the door. Like he probably heard us walking up the stairs and like was calling out to us in this desperate cry. You know, he has many cries, but this was desperation. He had food, he had water, everything was good. He just missed us that much. And he would not let go of my husband, still hasn't. Um, it was crazy. It was crazy. I think he's still like coming off that bewilderment of abandonment that we put him through, and the poor thing. Yeah. He's okay. Like physically, he was okay. Emotionally, he was not expecting us to be away. So, I mean, he's a kitty. We couldn't tell him. We told him, but you know, he's a kitty. Mom is getting 10. So now we have 100, 2, 3, 4, 4, 10. Finley's education. Have 200 in the bank and just get me a 10. So we have 200 in the bank. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 100, 2, 3, 320, 330, 340. $1,340. Gifts has 20. I am putting in 30. So now we have 20, 40, 50. Okay. Vacation, totally empty, is getting a 10. Strays, getting a 5. So we have 5, 6, 7. Games, getting a 5. So we have 50, 60, 65, 71. Okay, so that's it for all of these. Moving on to the personal binder. Books. This one is getting 5. So we have 25, 6, $26. Now, a lot of these envelopes were neglected for a whole month. Budgeting is also getting a 5. So we have 20, 40, 50, 5. Beauty is getting 5. So now we have 100, 200, 220, 230, 235, 240, 1, 2, 3, 4. 244. I think this has become my spend it on anything. I bought a duffel bag and PJs, and I didn't have enough in my clothes envelopes. I just pulled from here, but it's fine. Clothes, 0. I was paying off my sweater, my $40 sweater here. Was it 40? I feel like it was 40, 30. I think 30. We'll see. Clothes, this is getting a 10. I want to build this up. Education, this one's getting a 5. So we have 100, 200, 3, 320, 330, 335, $340 in here. Personal is also getting a 5. So we have 50, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3. 63, which is great. Savings is also getting a 5. So we have 100, 150, 170, 175, 180, 1, 2, 3. 183. Okay. Investments, 5. So we have 100, 120, 140, 150, 155, 156, 57, 58. 158. Month ahead is only getting a 4. This is another one that I will be prioritizing soon because I need to. I want to have enough there so I can put it in the bank and let that be my cushion. So month ahead has 100, 200, 10 to 15 to 16 to 17 to 18 to 19 to 20 to 21, 22, 23. $223. Cool. Home, future dwelling is getting a 5. So we have 100, 2, 3, 320, 340, 345. So 345. Okay, so now on to the holidays binder. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but the week before we left on a Friday, up to Thursday. Thursday night was the last time we were cat sitting. A significant amount of cats for a neighbor on the same block. We were doing that once a day after work. We would go over there and take care of kitties. It was, let's just say, it was overwhelmingly physical as far as the labor. It takes a lot of work. I did not have the time. That's the thing. I was so physically spent, stressed out, because coming home at 5, I go to pick up my daughter from my mom's, and we come home and it's closer to 6, and I have to make dinner happen really quick. Any homework, anything like that gets done while I'm doing that. It's like a well-oiled machine. Every minute is accounted for. After dinner, we have chill time, but it's not a lot. That time, 8:30. We aim for 8:30. It usually happens a little later, but 8:30 is it. Um, so keeping that in mind, every time we went over there, we were there for like over an hour and a half. There was one time I was there by myself, and I was just going as I physically could, and it took 2 hours. they take a lot of care, and it's a lot physically, and I'm just so tired. And on top of that, I think being there with my daughter was not ideal because of, I don't want to say allergies, because we thought she was allergic. We did a test. She turned out to be allergic to cats, but then I found a cat and she didn't react to him. But he's also a single cat, short haired, super duper clean. I don't know, like, he doesn't shed a lot. He sheds, but he doesn't shed a lot, and his fur doesn't have dander. I'm sure all cats have dander, but his fur doesn't have it enough to where she pets him, she plays with him, she's very close with him. They touch the same surfaces, like, she doesn't react. Um, but being in that house with so many different types of cats with different backgrounds and all that, um, it was intense. And I wish I had an option of having my daughter not go there, but I cannot. I did not have that option. So to honor my promise to my neighbor, I had to take my daughter with me. I do not think I would be able to do that again. First of all, in regard to my daughter's well being, but also, um, physically, I don't think I could do that again. Um, I was tired from work, super duper busy at work, really, really tired, and having to labor for hours. It was exhausting. And I try not to even say those words while I was doing there because I knew I had to go back there the next day. So I did not complain, did not whine. Everything was chill. But now, come to think of it, I cannot do that again. Anyway, Siri, all accounted for. Date night is getting a 5. So now we have 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. They were sweet though, sweet kitties, very different, all rescued, um, very different. It was two 18-year-old sister cats. Um, so sweet, very sweet. The required medicine. I mean, when I say taking care, this isn't just like come in, make sure they have food. That's like single cat stuff. This is multiple cats, different health stories, different backgrounds. Some were fearful, some were braver. Um, some, there's one sweet girl, she was not potty trained. And when I say not potty trained, I don't mean she picked a spot and went there. It was a lot to keep up, and a lot. Mother's Day is getting a 10. So now we have 50, 70, 80, 90. Father's Day is also getting a 10. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Is it? No, 80. I'm sorry. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Fourth of July is getting 2. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. Back to school is getting 5. So now we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, $54. Okay, Finley's birthday is getting a 10. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 5. Okay, Halloween is getting 2. Now we have 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 34. Thanksgiving is getting 2. So now we have 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $26 in here. Okay, Christmas is going to be getting 25. So now we have 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 285, 290, 295, 300. It's not as much as I could have had in here if I started budgeting like immediately after Christmas, but this is great. I can step it up a little bit later too, so this is good. New Year is getting 2. So I have 10, 15, 16, 17. Okay, Valentine's Day is also getting 2. I'm finally stuffing for this. I haven't since Valentine's Day. So it's getting 2. Lunar New Year, same story. It's only 2. Haven't really budgeted here. Javi's birthday is getting 2. Spent everything. Easter, I have already spent everything I had in here, and I think I actually owe my own self like 15 or something, but 2 is going in here. Okay, that's it for this. Now on to the savings challenges. So I had a savings challenge in here, the vacation one. I think it was like $60. I unstuffed it and I used it. I spent it. I also took out the Easter money, Easter savings challenge. I forgot how much was in there, but it wasn't much. And I utilized that as well for my purchases. Now, Disney, my $5 challenge is getting 5. I will be selecting more savings challenges, hopefully sometime soon. I'll probably see what I have that I can use. If not, I just like to browse, but I don't always commit to buying it, but I'll see if there's something really cool out there as far as budgeting stuff. Yeah. Emergencies, this is my $10 challenge. It's getting a 10. Okay. And I am coloring in. Okay. Now my power up challenge. This dude, I rolled 3 times and I am putting in $4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is my save 300. I'm not doing that in 40 days. It's been much longer than that. I'm putting in 7. That's the lowest one that I can do. So I figured I'll do those first. I think that's what I decided. So just do the lowest first and then aim for my 10. Okay. There we go. Now the last one I have left is the Hearts challenge. I am putting in 6. Kind of want to step it up a little bit with this one here. Okay, so I'm doing each heart is 2, so I'm putting in 6, so that's 2. This is 4 and 6. Okay, that's it. Very quick, it seems. I usually have more than that. Now we have my 100 envelope challenge. So I needed to make change. I was broke with change. I really needed 10s and 5s and singles and everything. So I just pushed everything way far back just so I can take the change. So I have $1, $2, $3, $4 here, which is exactly what I will be putting. I'm wondering if I could do 3 and 1. Let me do 3 and 1 just to make me feel better. It literally makes no difference. It could be 4, but here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so this is great. I still have all of these available. I really think I robbed the 10s here. That's why they're all empty. Maybe I'll condense it and put some 10s in there and make it look presentable. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking around and watching my videos. And hope you have a great Easter if you celebrate Easter. I know it's the week of Passover, so happy Passover. My mom's not Christmas. My mom's Easter is not this Sunday. It's the Sunday after this. There's so many, so many Easters and holidays and everything. So spring has sprung. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Bye.